Tech Bites, it's a regular feature on the big radio station, typically the last Thursday of the month. Tech Bites, what's on the menu, Mr. Holt? Of course, Mr. Holt Barkley is the superintendent at High Plains Technology Center. Mr. Holt likewise brought some young people with him this morning from those career tech organizations. So, Mr. Holt, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here, and thanks for bringing kids with you this morning. Wow, it's an exciting time.
Yeah, it's kind of fighting the cold this morning, CJ. You got it's a half a cup of coffee usually by this time, and it's already been a full cup trying to keep the throat going. But anyway, no, great to be here with a group of kids and start with those FFA kids this morning, Rodney, and those local programs. I think sometimes it gets overlooked, not understood that the CTSOs across the state, all underneath the Career Tech umbrella, and
Career Tech Service Organizations. Career
Tech student organizations, and those are all that's everything, FFA, BPA, DACA. Some of those cross over from comprehensive high schools into the tech centers, but then some of them are only in the tech center world. So it gets a little confusing for people, but it's all the same umbrella, the same mission, trying to grow kids as leaders. And Rodney talked about communication and everything, and that's probably what we see as the number one thing that they take with them later on in life. So
and I know you and Mr. Washman and most, I like to say that they get it. You all get it. You get these young people out in front of the business community, just the community as a whole, and it just doesn't get any better than that.
It's so easy.
It's really show everybody what you're doing.
It's really easy. I mean, I think that we talk about it all the time. Somewhere there's been a miscommunication. We talk about these student organizations leading communication, but there's been a miscommunication between some of the policymakers and then to business and to education. Business leaders, business people out there want kids that can communicate, young people that can go to work, show up on time, get up early if they need to be at a radio station, do those things. It's pretty simple from their standpoint, but we've tried to make that more difficult in the policy world and try to more science, more math. But you said we get it. I think Career Tech gets it. I think it's at the forefront of getting kids up early in the morning, putting them in the seat, holding them responsible to be there on time, and then learn how to communicate. I mean, there's times we don't feel very good, and you need to communicate that I'm sick that day. It's not just you just don't show up, and that's a big deal for us. And these kids exemplify that, and that's how the four that we've got here this morning, how they got to be crawl through their organization at the local level, and are now state officers in their respective organizations.
And I want Michael to kind of take charge here in just a minute and talk to all those.
This is something he'd know about too, because it's not animals. I heard him talking earlier that he wouldn't know about animals, but now we're in this. This is his.
I know kids. Yes,
he knows kids.
I know kids.
And touch on a couple things real quickly. You talk about under that umbrella, the executive director or state director, if you will. His name is Brent Haken of Oklahoma's Career Tech System, model for the entire country for that matter. And I firmly believe you're the model for the state of Oklahoma, but that may be neither here nor there. That's Osiege's opinion. But Brent Haken will be in Woodward on February the 10th. That's the second Tuesday as part of the Woodward Chamber Monthly Luncheon. There's going to be some FFA kids there from some various chapters. There's going to be a lot of Career Tech kids there. Brent Haken is speaking to the group. He is bringing with him, if you will, the interim director of, superintendent of Oklahoma's public school system, Mr. Fields. Lendell Fields is going to be a great highlight for young people there on the 10th of February at the Woodward Conference Center out on 34th Street. A couple of weeks ago, had the opportunity, you allowed me to sit in and come to the High Plains. It's the fifth year you've been doing it. It's a Legacy and Service Awards recognition, and that was impressive. It was impressive from the top on down. The Legacy Award honorees this year were Brenda and Bobby Alexander with the gracious donation of the Studio of Dance there down the hill from the main campus. But previous winners, gosh, who's who of the tech center happenings in this part of the world. But you also recognized 5, 10, 15, and 20-year service awards within your school within High Plains, and the strength of High Plains, at least if I've seen it, obviously are the people that support it and the young people that go there, but those people that you have inside those walls. Mickey McDonald, 20 years. Taylor Burnett, Rochelle Rogers, 15 years. Darren Dale, 10-year award. Alyssa Branson, Jared Drew, Mary Gaskell, Rodney Ogden, Stacy Shorman with 5 years. And, you have Don Gaines, assistant superintendent, post-secondary strategic development. That's Taylor Burnett. We've talked about his involvement there and the huge plans, big-time plans. But what a wonderful event that you recognized so many people there at that Legacy Awards.
We like that. That's something started when I took over as superintendent, and just thought it was high time that, one, we had a foundation. We have a lot of companies out there. Most everybody that donates funds would like it to go through a 501c3. So we created that foundation, and then as a part of that, thought rather than just have a foundation, let's go back and honor some of those people that have made High Plains what it is. I always refer back to, I said, the cool thing about Northwest Oklahoma, the cool thing about High Plains is that institution has not been screwed up or inundated with a bunch of messes over the 45 years it's been there, and I've been privileged enough to be there about the last 15, and you come in and you go in to lead a group. If you don't have to clean up messes, then it makes it a lot easier to take off and run from there. And Dwight had done that prior to him going to Autry, and we just kind of took it and ran from there. And then I think the momentum that surrounds that is everybody wants to be part of when things are good and moving forward, and we've had that's happened because of those people that we honor the last 5 years. And I always go back to the 5 original board members that started that out there, just to get together and say, hey, we're going to go start a school out here at 34th and Hanks Trail is pretty amazing, and on the level they did. And then fast forward to what Brenda and Bobby came forward with a year and a half ago and donated that building. We got to dedicate that thing last April, but anyhow, just what that's going to do for us and to be able to continue to upgrade and offer more post-secondary opportunities to our kids out here.
Before you slip out of here, stay if you can, but I think you may have to slip out of here. It's kind of application time, if you will. There's a lot of, and I'm reading that it's applications now being accepted, next advanced wind energy school, healthcare, just any number. Where else did I see? Sophomores and juniors, now's the time to apply and begin getting ready.
Yeah, just rinse and repeat every year, every semester. It happens again. We'll
rinse and repeat.
Well, it's almost like please as punch, Michael.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, then get up there and we start over and get another class going. CDL, LPN, all those, and we talk about that's what we want to recreate. But CJ, enough about this deal. Let's get to the kids.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're already in front of the microphone. There you go, kiddo. Get in front of that. First of all, I want to read your shirt to everybody, all right? To all the ladies in the place with style and grace from Biggie. I love that. I love that you wear that. Introduce yourself this morning, then I'm going to ask you a tough question. And you other three, be ready. He was bragging about you guys, so I'm going to put your feet to the fire. So anyhow, introduce yourself, and then I'm going to ask you a question.
I'm Ainsley Gates. I'm in the Business and Marketing program at High Plains, and I'm a BPA State Chaplain Historian.
Congratulations on all of that. That's a great sounding resume. You're brave enough to talk about that right away, so you have good schooling with that. Mm-hmm. Accountability. You heard your boss talking about it a moment ago. Accountability. What does that mean to you?
Accountability to me means being on time, being prepared, being professional about stuff, being able to be accounted on when it comes to doing stuff for people. If somebody's down, being able to do something to take their place when they're not doing good. That way everybody knows that you're there and that way they're not. Basically kind of putting things off and having to wait. And you can help them do that so they aren't pushing deadlines.
Well done. Your parents, no doubt, are proud of you. They're beaming at that answer. That's good stuff. Next.
Hi, I'm Lily Lewis. I'm in health careers at High Plains Technology Center, and I'm a state officer for HOSA. I'm a vice president at the Northwest region.
Okay.
Tell us what HOSA is.
Yes.
I'm on all these, and they just flow off. That's
The
normal for
anachronisms, if you will.
What are they called?
Anachronism.
Acronym.
Yeah.
So HOSA is a healthcare organization for students. It prepares students to become future health professionals through competition, service, leadership opportunities, all that good stuff.
Good.
So let's ask you, what's integrity mean to you?
So to me, integrity means who you are as a person, not just when people are watching, but when people aren't watching too. When the eyes aren't on you and when the spotlight's not on you, it's about how you act in the shadows and if you still are that role model that you claim to be on stage.
Guys, I love this because this has not been scripted. I didn't give them these questions in advance. This is coming from their hearts and their minds, and that impresses me so much about you young folks. Sir.
My name is Tristan Hawes. I'm in the multimedia program at High Plains Technology Center, and I am a part of Skills USA. I'm the post-secondary state reporter.
All right. So Skills USA, help us understand what that is.
So with all CTSOs, they have their specific regions, but Skills USA branches out into multiple things, so it doesn't focus on just one thing. But it does the same thing. It helps with leadership, service orientation, cultural diversity, and just all these leadership opportunities. And it gives students the opportunity to prepare for the world of work.
Okay. So earlier we had the young folks that were in here from Woodward FFA. Mm-hmm. You came in while they were here. A comment was made, oh, we've got one that showed up late. Actually, no, you were with the second wave that is now here. You were here early. But I say all of that, I want to know how you respond, because too often, and I've talked about it already this morning, too often older folks don't appreciate young folks. How do you bridge that gap for grumpy people who say, get off my lawn?
I believe you can work through attitude.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of people that do give me attitude and give me this, but me as a person, I have to learn to not take that personal, because they may be having a bad day. They may just be having a bad time, and that's okay, because I have bad times, I have bad days, but it depends on how you work through it. That's what matters. So as long as I keep on spreading that positivity and that leadership and dignity in my work, then that can eventually wear off on them. And that's what I hope to do. Whenever I go throughout my day, I just want to make sure my status and my representation wears off on others.
Wow. Quality stuff. You get to go last just because you're sitting closest to me.
Hi, I'm Camilla Corona. I'm in the Health Careers program at High Plains, and I'm also the secretary for HOSA this year. Yes.
Okay. All right. How long have you been involved with the Technology Center?
This is my second year going. I started my junior year, and it's been amazing so far.
Okay. What's been amazing about it?
I just really appreciate my teachers a whole lot. Miss Swallow is the best to me, and Miss Bowers is amazing as well. And they've just helped me through it all and figuring out what I want to do with my future. And they've just been such a great support system.
Okay, so you mentioned teachers that have helped you out. And let's be honest, folks in your peer group maybe don't always see adults as being something positive in their lives. And it's, you kids get off my lawn, they've got your thumb on you. You can't be out past 10 o'clock and all the rules and regulations that are put on you. How do you help your folks, your friends, your peers that don't agree with the fact that adults kind of know what they're talking about and you need to listen to what they say?
I try to give them a positive outlook on it because they are there to help us and they truly care about us at the end of the day. And so I just try to give them a positive outlook on it and just be the best that they can be, because they really just want to help us and they truly mean the best, I think.
Okay. I love it. I need to take a time out. When we come back, I'm sure CJ will have something for you. But I'm going to ask you to give us a elevator talk, each of you, about recruiting people to be a part of the technology process. Will that work for you?
Yeah.
It's Morning Show, 7:49. I tell you what, I'm in my element now with these kiddos. This is great. 7:52, it's the Morning Show on K101. And the young people from High Plains Technology Center have joined us this morning. And we did, during the break, we had a complaint from one of the young ladies that she sat in the corner and didn't think she would have to go first, and then she did. So now we're going to reverse it. You're sitting in the corner. You're going to get to go first. When we went to commercial break, I said, give me an elevator. And what that means is a short, why would I want, if I'm one of your peers and I didn't know where I was going, why would I want to be involved with High Plains Technology?
I think if you were to go to High Plains Technology, there truly is such a positive vibe to it. Like, everything about it is just so much better because I feel like everyone's there just to help you, and they truly want the best for you, and they are willing to adjust for you if needed, honestly. So I think it's such a great place to go if you don't know what you want to do in life, but honestly want to try things out and be out there and put yourself out there. And I just truly think it's a great place to go for finding out who you want to be in this world, because it is a scary place.
Yeah, it is. No doubt about it. It is. I mean, old people get to a point and they're like, they've forgotten what it was like to be scary, but I love that. Doing things afraid. What's your elevator speech, sir?
I would say pretty similar things. I believe that if you don't know what you want to do, or even if you do know what you want to do, it's just High Plains is there to teach you skills. It's not there to just be there. I believe every kid that joins High Plains Technology Center can be benefited from it, whether you join a CTSO or not. For my personal experience, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I just joined it. I just joined whatever piqued my interest the most. And that has become my career. And now I am able to make memories using photography because I'm in multimedia. And so, as she said, everyone there is so welcoming, and it feels like home for me. Okay. It feels like home. Whenever I walk in there, I'm welcomed. It feels like nobody there is judged. You're not judged there, and it is a place where you can explore.
I love the fact that you have the courage to admit you didn't know what you wanted to do. Too often people fake it, especially young people, and we don't know what's going on with them. So thank you for being brave and saying that. Appreciate that. Ma'am?
So I think that High Plains is a really great place to go, and it opens up a lot of opportunities to kids my age. I feel like if you attend High Plains, you have a step ahead of other peers your age, because whenever you graduate high school, you're not just going to graduate with your diploma. You could have an extra certification or already have a job that High Plains helps you get. Like, I'm in health careers, for example, and I'm working on getting my CMA, which is becoming a certified medical assistant. So when I graduate at 18 years old, alongside my peers, I won't just have a diploma. I'll already be certified in the healthcare field and be able to go straight to work. And High Plains will actually help place me in a job and start working like straight out of school. And so it gives you opportunities into the workforce. And beyond that, it also opens up our eyes to the CTSO branches. I've learned so many amazing leadership skills and people skills from being a part of CTSOs. I used to be really shy, didn't really talk to strangers, and now I can talk to just about anyone, and that's just the way it is. I mean, going to High Plains has seriously opened up so many doors for me that I just would have never even expected.
So you talk about you used to be shy. I'm wondering if somebody, and your buddy's over there shaking your head, but somebody who hadn't seen you for 4 or 5 years, and they have this mental idea who you are, and then now you're the young lady that you are. What has their reaction been?
So I actually have a cousin who moved away. He moved away my freshman year to Ohio, and he's actually come back this year, and he goes to High Plains right now, actually, in WinTech. And he actually was speaking to me the other day about how he can't believe how much I've grown up these last couple years, and he would have never expected me to go on and be a state officer and do all these things with just the general public. And he's actually made these comments to me and told me how much I've changed, and for the better.
I was going to ask you how that makes you feel when you hear someone say that to you.
It makes me feel really proud. I'm proud of how far I've come from the High Plains community. I mean, they're what brought me to do it, and I'm really proud of that change and of all the people who helped me get here. All
right. Mom complained about your shirt. I'm going to have to disagree with Mom. I love your shirt. So, Mom, I know you're proud of your daughter, and I'm proud of her wearing that shirt and what it has to say. There aren't enough young, independent, I don't need a man in my life women out there, and I think that you're a young woman that fits that category. Give me your elevator speech. Why should I be going to High Plains Technology?
From my experience, I was in TAP when I was in middle school.
What's TAP?
TAP is Technical Applications Program.
Okay.
It's been a while. But just from doing that gave me the experience with doing some construction, with Miss Goss doing other things, and having outside experience of CTSOs because Miss Goss and Miss Stedman invite people in to talk about CTSOs, and then going to High Plains. And between going to TAP and High Plains, I got diagnosed with 5 different autoimmune disorders. And so I've always wanted to be a cosmetologist, but I have rheumatoid arthritis. I can't do that. There's no possible way. It's going to shut me down quick. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I joined the business and marketing program. Katrina McDowell directed me exactly where I wanted to go. I joined BPA. I became a state officer, and now I know exactly where I want to go. Every time I walk in, just like Tristan said, it's always welcoming. Miss Anita's bright face at the front door, always so happy to see everybody. Like, it's just a welcoming environment, and they really do help you learn where you want to go if you don't know what you're doing.
Wow. Good stuff. CJ, we're running out of time. I know you've got a couple of things probably.
Yeah, I got a couple of and great job, and we mean that sincerely, absolutely.
It's unbelievable.
Barkley, before you slip out of here, we talk about this this umbrella, if you will, the partnership with. And by the way, Michael, we're going to get you down to TAP. That is the best education program in the state of Oklahoma. And it's kind of the brainchild of Mr. Holt over here. It's a cooperative effort between Woodward Public Schools and Career Tech in terms of those skills that you can learn, and it's a marvelous program. But we need to get you down there and show you that. But the umbrella of the stock show is coming to the big district livestock show, and that's FFA, 4-H kids, but Career Tech plays such a major role, specifically High Plains and the Northwest Technology Center. Alvin, Fairview really actively support that show. I know construction trades here. Carlson makes benches that are given to the grand champions of all the different species. They'll make an extra one to auction for a fundraiser for the scholarships. But the partnership there and the importance of that district livestock show is phenomenal.
Well, we're glad to do it, and it just makes sense. I mean, we got involved in that when I started over here. I just thought that was a place that was the young people that we sure enough need to be focused on. I mean, we focus on all of them, but there's such a representation there within our district stock show of our entire area out here all the way through the Panhandle that goals of where we're headed and what we're trying to do. It's easy to get behind those kinds of things, and we've done it. We're glad to do it, and then brought Darren and Northwest Tech, got them involved, because truly, I mean, the Career Tech umbrella, I don't think that most people understand on a national level how blessed we are in Oklahoma. You mentioned earlier how good we are at it, but I don't think most people understand how truly blessed we are and the advantages that are there. These kids talk about it a lot better than we can, but that's something that we're glad to be a part of. And
kind of running out of time, obviously, but how'd that come about? How'd Career Tech? You've been around quite some time. Why is Oklahoma so darn good?
I think the big thing about Oklahoma that's different than all the other states is that we are our own division. There's in other states it falls under higher ed, so you just have higher ed and public ed. In Oklahoma, you have public ed, higher ed, and Career Tech. So you've got your own department. And then down below that, local control at the 29 tech centers. They're busted up into area schools. And at the end of the day, there's 5 local board members that the superintendent works with to make decisions for vision and what goes on. Makes it a lot easier than having to go all the way through state hierarchy and federal hierarchy to make things happen.
You know, one of the kiddos, I don't recall which one, talked about a positive vibe at High Plains Technology Center. Boy, that is nothing.
Oh, CJ, I'm so glad that we're not on TV, because the reality is, I told these kids off air just a minute ago, and we would have seen a grown man cry. But the what these kids are able to do, stand up and the questions that Michael threw at them, they're not soft toss, and there was no prep for this. They walked in at 7:15 this morning and get on the radio, and to see the growth that my staff has gotten behind and the way they have pulled together in making this happen, you can't say it better than these 4 individuals said it. It's just and not scripted, not anything, just cool stuff to see.
And then one of them said, when the doors open and Anita says hi to you, that's impressive too.
Yes, CJ walks over and asks me, that's Anita right up front, and then one of the students then follows up right after that with Anita. And I said, well, I just stole that from CJ, which is better than coming from CJ or me anytime.
All right.
I first of all, I want to tell you, I'm inspired by you young people and the ones we had in previously this morning. By day, I work at child welfare, and this has inspired me to go to work. Some days I'm not inspired because of what I have to do down there. You've inspired me. Thank you. I want you to, before we get out of here, tell everybody who you are one more time. And I'll start in the corner with you this time.
I'm Camilla Corona. I'm in the Health Careers Program at High Plains, and I'm also the HOSA State Secretary.
I am Tristan Hawes. I'm in the Multimedia Program at High Plains Technology Center, and I am your Skills USA Post-Secondary State Reporter.
I'm Lily Lewis. I'm in Health Careers at High Plains Technology Center, and I'm the Northwest Region Vice President for HOSA.
I'm Ainsley Gates. I am in the Business and Marketing Program at High Plains Technology Center, and I am BPA's State Chaplain Historian.
Said it earlier this morning. I'll say it again. Our best resource. It's not all that other stuff out there. It's these 4 young people and those that are like them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.